Because that was just capturing Discord, wasn't it? Or did that not get picked up either?
No, that was working. I don't know why it just stopped picking up my microphone. Anyway.
Hey guys. So are we starting? It's
good
recording
now.
now.
Yeah,
So Sam's fucking stupid. Sam is dumb. Leave a comment that says, Sam, eat a bag of bricks.
I'm sorry, I'm in charge of everything.
Just gaslit them into thinking we were talking to Sam's ghost.
Hey, just go and edit another short or something, okay?
I don't know how that happened. I think because I clicked onto the wrong scene in OBS, but even when I clicked back onto the right one, it wasn't working.
That's so weird.
Because normally I always have OBS open in my other monitor, watching to make sure that things are working correctly, and this time I didn't. This time I was looking at our YouTube channel.
Do we want to give a really quick rundown of all the things, like not telling the stories again, but just give a quick? We don't care at all.
Lost to the ether.
Lost to the ether. Fair
Patreon
enough.
only. Subscribe for the lost episode.
No. We do need to provide some context. Carmilla's eating hot, spicy wings because content, I guess.
We completely restarted. Yeah. I misunderstood.
Yeah, no, we fully had to restart because
there's like you're gonna just have holes in the conversation because my microphone was muted.
Yeah, well,
that's a little funny.
No, but it's not a good watching experience to sit there and be like, oh.
Yeah, that's funny. Anyway, I'm not watching this.
Yeah.
So we want to go into the story I was going to tell before we realized?
Yeah, talk about field trips, Carmela.
Funny field trips stories. So my field trips have been cursed.
Mm-hmm.
I refuse to believe anything but them being cursed with how they've always played out. So the earliest field trip I can remember was like second grade. We went to like this dinosaur park that's in the mountains nearby, and they like bury fake fossils and like fake gold, and you can buy shit from the museum.
Oh, there aren't real dinosaurs?
No.
Well, then why do they call it a dinosaur park?
I don't know. They're liars. But I got a bunch of shark teeth from the gift shop, because we were all allowed to like get small items from this big ol' like grab bin.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, I was playing with them on the bus ride home and accidentally stabbed myself with one. Hit a big old bump.
I feel like that has nothing to. I feel like that's all on you. That's not the field trip being.
No, because there's a pattern. We're getting to that.
My God, on to the next arc.
So next field trip, third grade. Went to. It was like third or fourth, I think. I want to say it was third, and then the next one is fourth. We went to San Juan Capistrano, one of the missions down here.
Mm-hmm.
A kid pushed me into a cactus.
What?
And I got riddled with a bunch of fucking needles in the cactus.
Like, that's just rude. Why did they push you? Like, was there no reason? They were just like, this fucking loser.
I can't remember. We were having a conversation about some shit.
Yeah.
I probably said something stupid.
Yeah, you were talking about how sharks were better than dolphins, and you just had to go for it.
Oh my God,
to show me.
Yeah.
Fourth grade, we went to a like farm up in the mountains that also had like a little gold mining section. But they had a rule that was like, no running at all whatsoever. And I'm like, whatever. And a bunch of kids are running around, not getting in trouble. My friends go off in a direction, and I try to catch up. I'm the one that gets singled out. Do you know what they do for you on this field trip where you're supposed to be like pan washing for gold?
They make you go work in the mines.
They throw you in a house and make you sweep it up.
The children, you're in for the mines.
They do make you go do like
manual labor.
And I'm like, I'm not doing this. This is a field trip.
Yeah, I don't know if that's legal.
Yeah, so I tossed the broom in the corner and left when they weren't looking.
Yeah, I don't think they can like take kids away from their group and be like, yeah, you're cleaning in here now. Get sweeping, Missy.
5th and 6th grade, I didn't have field trips because I was homeschooled. 7th grade, we were going to medieval times. I think I've told this one before.
Maybe? I don't remember it.
So we were going to medieval times, and on the way there, our bus got into an accident. On the freeway. On the California freeway, we had to fucking pull over and sit there for ages waiting for like repair people to come and make sure everything's fine and check on the other car. And so we got to medieval times like 3/4 of the way through the show.
And like was it like a dinner show so you guys were all hungry?
I mean, I think they usually feed people, so yeah.
Yeah, that's
I've been
tough.
once. I went to a pirate one.
Oh, there's a pirate one right across the street.
There's a pirate in medieval times?
Yeah, it's
right
not
across
medieval
the street.
times. It's just like pirate times.
Yeah,
I'm
literally. No,
Yeah.
and then Knott's is just a little bit down the way.
Yeah, I don't actually
Pirate
have...
dinner adventure. I see.
Yeah.
And so we finished the show finished, and we all went outside to get on the buses to go home. And my group, our bus had been in an accident, so the bus showed up an hour late. And then so we arrived back home back at the school even later than that. And I had no way to communicate with my dad that had happened and that I needed to get picked up from school because he just expected me to walk home. So I had to walk home at like 5 p.m.
I mean, 5 p.m.'s not that late.
Yeah, but for like a 7th grader who just had no concept of these things and had to do a decent walk from home to school, I was just walking all by myself, like super depressed.
Yeah, but 5:30 is like the sun. Okay, parental neglect aside, 5:30 it's still bright out. It's not that bad.
And that was the last field trip I ever had.
One time too, my friends got mugged walking home from school in like high school. They I don't know. They were like, and I don't really know because I didn't really care to ask, but I think they got like beat up and they took all their money.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never been robbed.
Just
too intimidating. Yeah, Sam, come down to Georgia, rob me, see what happens.
I'll rob you
kiss on the lips.
Right?
But that's what he's stealing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Steal a kiss.
But I think that all qualifies as like cursed. It's a repeating pattern that something bad had to happen.
No, you stabbed yourself in the leg.
Boo-hoo, you fell into a cactus.
Yeah, you fell into a cactus.
Maybe be careful next time.
You ran outside.
Yeah, you made your bus late. Maybe you should have been faster.
You crashed the bus.
You should have been so distracting. You know what? I would never want to be a bus driver. Like driving a large vehicle aside, I don't know how bus drivers deal with it because kids are so obnoxious on the buses.
Oh, I thought you meant like general bus, like public transportation.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't want to be a public transportation bus driver either. Anything that involves dealing with the public is probably not a job for me.
Yeah, you're your average person.
Yeah, I don't even want to interact with the people that can afford above average. The poor people.
Well, now you're making it a class.
Keep the poors away.
Yeah. In terms of field trips, the only bad field trip experience I ever had was the one that I think I already talked. Well, I know I already talked about on the podcast. Was a lake house trip where that kid got shoved into a lake.
Oh yeah.
Outside of that, I think the last field trip I went on was like the day before COVID. No, it was the day of COVID lockdown because we were going to. It's for my French class. We were going to a theater to watch a French play, and we were on the train, and the teacher's essentially like, "All right, everybody, we're gonna get off here, not at the stop, because we need to get on the next train going back because all field trips and school has been canceled because of COVID."
Awesome.
That was the same day a kid pulled out a gun at my school and then got sack tackled by the vice principal.
Huh.
Mhm.
Oh wait, I was gonna say let's go vice principal. What, wasn't he also awful?
Yeah, he dated he was working as a TA and he got married to one of the students that he TA'd for the day that she graduated. And he was TAing high school, not college, specifically.
Yeah.
One
Okay.
time there was a fight in my middle school when I was in like 8th grade, and then my Spanish teacher came in to like break up the fight because the Spanish room is right across from the cafeteria, and then the kid was like trying to fight the Spanish teacher, and the Spanish teacher was like cursing back at him and was like, let's go, punk, try me."
Dude, I don't fucking get, like, what is a 14-year-old fight? Like, two 14-year-olds fighting. I feel like that's just wet slapping noises, right?
Yeah, well, I
I
think
could try to tell you, but I just got the shit beat out of me.
That's not a fight then, Carmilla.
the beatdown.
Yeah, I know.
That's you got pushed into a cactus.
It was
Yeah,
also when I was in 7th grade by a bunch of 8th graders.
I've never been in a fight, but I probably should have been.
Mm,
There was definitely times when people did things to me where, like, as an adult now with like more confidence and self-respect, I would not tolerate that because I get very angry. I have a rage deep inside of me, you know.
yeah, I've seen you
And
play Overwatch.
no, that's nothing. That's like I'm being like, that's just haha funny angry. Like
Is
Broke your keyboard.
that's just like
Is it?
content angry. That's funny. That's funny for the, or that's angry for the bit.
Sam, it's not like content if it's just all of us. No,
It's content. It's funny. I have
It's-
a real
I'm
deep
telling
rage.
you, it's funny.
It's I have a real deep rage. I used to be a lot worse playing games. I remember in high school, I would have to like go for a walk if I lost too much in a row. I would get really, really fucking mad. Like, I gotta go
Like
around
when a
the block.
coach takes a player out the game.
Yeah, that was me. I had to bench myself for bad attitude. I don't know. Like, there's definitely should have been times. One time, some kid he like drew on my sweatshirt and like white out like a penis on the back of my sweatshirt,
Pranked.
Mhm.
and that I should have if that happened today, I would have beaten him up. I would have been like, "Hey, punk," and then I would have tussled with him.
I got in fights a lot in like elementary school and I think middle school.
I never got in fights in elementary school or middle school because everyone likes me. But in high school,
Clueless.
I wouldn't even call it. You can say clueless, but I know everyone liked me. So, I mean, it
I was
doesn't.
the
That means
special kid.
I was
Everyone
the
liked
special.
me.
I've mentioned this. I got voted most likely to start a cult because I don't know why, but people seem to gravitate towards me. But regardless, I like this is an ego thing. This is
I would give
absolutely
them
an ego
drugs,
thing.
and they would.
I was gonna say I can hear the sound of you like brushing off your like shoulder pads, like
Yeah.
I wasn't that cool. I was just voted coolest kid.
I was also in a private school, so that probably contributed to it a little bit. But I wouldn't even call it a fight. But in high school, there was this kid who would just fuck with me, and he would like jab me in the side and shit. And I remember one time I was like, "Hey, if you do that one more time, I'm gonna slap the shit out of you." And he did it, and I slapped him really fucking hard with the back of my hand, and he never did it ever again.
yeah, I knew where that one was
Yeah.
going.
Yeah, I'll have you because you were around for that.
The one
I
time,
wasn't around for that specific. You just told it before.
No, I mean we were friends at the time. So that was back before Sam and I had met.
simpler times.
What do you mean
The,
simpler times?
Uh,
Imagine how fucking depressed you would be without me.
dude, I'd probably be so depressed. I
Yeah.
probably would still be like gold in Overwatch.
You'd probably still be playing Maple Story 2.
Oh God, I wish.
Brawlhalla streamer.
I miss Maple Story 2, man.
Yeah, didn't they shut it down?
Yeah.
It couldn't be.
I just
No, Sam would have fixed it.
I would have saved MapleStory too. They just needed me, man. History was altered that fateful day. I'll never forget buying the Ahego clothing from the player marketplace, and then the next day having it like the texture removed because it was like lewd, and then getting a refund and getting a warning that said don't do that again, and then I would just do it again with the refunded gold.
I mean, you could just make the hoodie yourself, and then that way it couldn't be removed from your account.
Yeah,
you know
but
that,
I
right?
thought it was funny to get it removed from my account and get the warning. It was for content.
What do you mean?
I was a MapleStory 2 streamer. Okay, it's for
I
content.
know,
It's for
I know
content.
you were.
Oh, you
I
know,
you were.
really?
Yeah, I am well aware because I was the best part of your MapleStory 2.
I grab you by the neck and put my tongue in your mouth.
Well, if you insist, man.
Doesn't your girlfriend listen to this?
I don't know.
Hey, Rose, how's it going?
Yeah. Hey, Rez, how's it going?
Hey, Rose, I hope you're doing well. Hope you had a good day at work today.
It reminds me, the only time I ever stood up for myself, going back to earlier, was when some guy like freshman year of college, like sent this shirtless picture to my ex, and it was like a guy I was like we were like kind of friendly with. We were in like orientation together, and we would like hang out. You know, it was a big group of kids. Everyone thinking that we'll still be friends, but then everyone like dropped out or found better friends or sent shirtless pictures to my ex. But anyway, so this kid sent this picture and I was like very mad about it, right? As previously mentioned, I'm fuming. And I told her, I was like, you don't talk to him because he's flirting with you. And she's like, no, he's just being friendly. And because it was just like the streak or whatever. And I was like, no motherfucker is sending a shirtless picture to my ex-girlfriend. That's for Rose. And so he was like in the common area of like our lunch building or whatever. So I was gonna go, and then my ex was like, no, don't go, you're gonna beat him up. And I was like, no, I'm just gonna tell him to not speak to you anymore. So then she sent our other friend with me, who's like this really big guy, like 250 pounds or whatever, like a few inches taller than me, to like shadow me to make sure I wouldn't beat anyone up. So that just kind of like added to the intimidation factor, because there's this like even like this large guy but with me, like I like brought like the gang to beat the shit out of this guy.
All I can imagine is like one of those images of just the littlest guy and towering over him.
Fucking 5'4" Sam with his goon.
Yeah, I brought my goon with me. This is a kid who, at the end of the semester in his dorm, from like sliding his chair, there was like scratch marks all over the tiles because he was so hefty and powerful.
He left impact,
masculine force.
Yeah, he sunk into the earth. And so I go to the common area, and yeah, I was like, hey, don't you ever speak to my girlfriend again? And then I made him shake my hand. He was quivering. I made him shake on it. I was like,
I bet you thought that was so cool.
We're gonna have a real problem. I mean, it was pretty cool at the moment. It was a lot more intimidating. I don't want to like make myself. I don't want to like reenact the whole thing, but I don't know. I'm pretty proud of it. I was pretty proud of how I handled it, because I was very close to punching the guy when I saw him, and I was like, no, don't do that. I even looked into it. It was like you only get like 2 points on your disciplinary thing if you get in a fight in the college, and you need like 4 to get kicked out or whatever. So I was like, I could fight this guy and I wouldn't get like in trouble for it long term.
This was college? I thought it was high school.
Oh no, this was freshman year of college.
I see.
Yeah. But I didn't fight him. I shook his hand.
There's something very amusing about like, it's only 2 points against me. That means I could get in a whole fight and half of one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm very calculated in my when I do something wrong. It's very calculated. It's like in like college, right? Oh, I don't have to turn this in. I have like a 90 in the class. If I don't turn it in, I'll still have like an 85 or whatever, right? So it's like, oh, I did that with my with 1 or 2 of my classes where I just didn't turn the final project because I had like an A and was like, I'll get like a B minus. Oh well. So I just wouldn't turn it in. And everyone's stressing about the finals, and I'm like, hey, don't worry about it. just don't do it. Yeah.
I wish I could do something like that. The breakdown on most of my grades in my classes make it where you need to at least turn in every assignment,
uh-huh.
which is kind of. Uh,
Yeah. Yeah, right, because turning it in, if you're gonna turn it in, you might as well do it. I feel like at that point, yeah, you've already committed emotionally to the assignment.
exactly, yeah.
You know, you don't want to turn in like bad work. Like, I'm not gonna turn in a bad essay. I just won't turn it in, which was my biggest problem when I was in school. Was when I would finally do something, I would be so like detached from it if it wasn't good enough, so I just wouldn't turn it in.
I don't know. Essay writing was and is very easy for
Yeah,
me.
me too. Absolutely, me too. I got to a point when I realized I had to turn things in, and I would just write the hottest garbage ever, and get like, because you just follow the rubric, right, and then you get an A because it's easy.
Because professors don't give a shit. They're just
Yeah.
like, did you do what I tell you? Awesome.
Yeah. All right. Wait. Okay. So I've got a question for you that I have a fun answer to, but I don't know about you guys. When you were younger, what did you want to be when you grew up?
A veterinarian, and then I realized I can't handle blood or gore at all. So, which is weird because I watch a lot of really bloody and gory shows, but like in person, it's different.
I watched Minecraft RP. I could handle blood and gore.
Watched Mionite.
I
That
fuck
was
with
emotionally fair.
fuck with Mionite. Okay, I love
No,
Mionite.
I know we've talked about this.
Yeah.
Mionite guest star.
When I was a kid, and it's not running anymore. This was like early Minecraft YouTube.
Yeah, I don't know who this is.
It's like Captain Sparkles, and then like
Captain
others.
Sparkles still
was
YouTubes.
Specifically, I think he's still on YouTube.
Yeah,
he is.
Yeah.
Oh, he's so handsome. Oh my god, he's so hot and also jacked. But
Captain Sparkles.
Sorry. Yeah. Yes. Look him up. Look up Captain Sparkles. He's so fucking ripped.
Captain Sparkles. Oh, with a Z. Jordan Marone.
Yeah, Jordan Merritt. He's got like a fucking Lamborghini or some shit.
Oh, I see the picture. Yeah.
He's fucking jacked, dog.
Captain Sparkles, hit me up, wink.
He's literally doing the Chad. That's one.
He is a Chad.
He's really hot.
Look. That's literally the meme.
Look at him.
Oh my god, he's so ripped.
What the hell?
I'm telling you, he's fucking ripped.
Oh my god. You think that's real?
Yes, that's real.
Yes.
Because there are like multiple pictures of it. That's just how he looks.
Maybe he's wearing a bodysuit. Maybe that's his Minecraft avatar.
No, that's
his Minecraft streamer persona is ripped, so that's
This image is kind of funny from the Reddit.
I hope that
Lego brick.
I hope this podcast never becomes popular enough where he finds out about this. I will be fucking mortified if like my childhood idol sees this.
Oh my god, we can get the date to happen.
What date?
You and Captain Sparkles are gonna go on a date.
No, that's okay.
I wonder if he's married. Let's see.
I don't think he is.
Yeah,
I think he.
let's get it happening. He's only 31. He's not too
he's
old
just
for you.
rich and chilling. I mean, when he was 20, I was 10 years old.
Okay, well that's the past. So we live in the now, dudes.
I don't know. I don't want to be like a trophy wife.
Why not? I want to be a trophy wife.
Actually, you're right. I take it back. I would love to be a trophy wife.
I want to be a trophy wife.
Mm.
But like, I don't want the baggage that comes with it. Like, I wouldn't want to date like an OnlyFans girl or whatever, because I don't know. But like, if you were like an independently successful YouTuber named Jordan Marone, I would happily be your trophy wife. Theoretically. Who was under the guise of Captain Sparkles.
Anyway, what were you talking about, Sam?
What were we talking about?
I don't know.
I don't have an answer. I didn't want to be anything.
So
Look at his washboard. I'm looking at his washboard abs, and I'm fucking sweating, man.
I was too busy playing Kingdom Hearts.
What? You're such.
As a child,
too busy playing Kingdom Hearts to know what I wanted to be when I grew up.
Okay, well, anyway, whatever, bozo. I wanted to work at Petco. Because the specific reason was I liked animals, but similar to you dudes, I didn't want to be a vet because I knew there was too much like work that went into it. Like I didn't want to have to go to college for a long time. Which coincidentally or ironically enough, I've gone to college enough to have a master's degree. Like I've done 6 years of college for my 2 bachelor's degrees, not to brag.
Imagine having any degrees.
Yeah, imagine I have 2 degrees and 0 jobs. When I was younger, I would have rather had 0 job. No, wait, other.
What job? 0. Why have you applied to Petco to work there?
So funny enough, I actually did apply to Petco like 2 or 3 years ago, and I got denied. And
why didn't you apply again?
I don't want to work at Petco.
I had a bunch of shit come out about like bad practice.
I mean, just fucking go to a Petco. I can tell you bad practice. Like so as a rodent,
you can change them.
I can't. I would just get depressed and cry. As a rodent enthusiast, right? Like, just something that I have noticed is that you go to a Petco and just as an animal enthusiast, I suppose, you go to a Petco and it's like they have every animal that's supposed to be with other animals of the same species, like guinea pigs or like gerbils or mice. Well, male mice aren't really, but anyway, any animal that's supposed to have other animals with it of the same species are always by themselves, and all of the like solitary animals are always in like groups of like 30. Like,
yeah,
like they just fuck it up. Like there's always like 50 hamsters in a cage, but then like 1 guinea pig.
The fish section is brutal.
Oh, the fish section's sad, especially the betta fish, because like certain fish tanks, like since they're like sail tanks, I think it's actually okay to have them like as cramped as they are, because the fish water changes are so frequent that I think it's okay because they sell so many fish anyway. But the rodents and other like actual animals that aren't fish are kind of sad, and the birds too. I don't know. I think that as I got older and learned more about animals, the glamour of working at a pet store definitely went away.
I worked at an animal shelter.
Me too.
Yeah, that's how I got 2 of my cats back when I was living with my parents. It's because we were working at the animal shelter, and I just got particularly attached to them, and I was like, I want to bring them home.
You're stealing my story. You can't
Oh,
do
am
this.
Is this your story? Well,
no.
It's like, okay, well, it's not.
What do you mean you're stealing it?
Yeah, what am I stealing? Huh?
You're stealing my life. You can't. This is something that happened to me.
Okay, well, did you ever get a cat? Did you get the cat, Sam?
No, I didn't. I always wanted a cat.
I got the cat.
I got a cat when I was younger, and then it didn't get along with our dog, so my mom returned it.
That's so fucking sad.
Yeah, I've always wanted a cat really, really badly. And yeah, when I was like 5 or whatever, my mom finally got us a cat and then returned it like a week later, and I haven't had a cat since. Except when I was with my ex briefly, I had a cat for like a year because she had a therapy cat, even though she didn't need it, but she scammed the school into thinking that she did. It was awesome. I loved that cat, but not the girl.
Hear that, Rose?
No, I love Rose.
No. I'm saying that.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I'm trying to help you out, man. I'm saying,
chilling.
you hear that, Rose? Sam doesn't miss his exes.
I don't. I miss the cat.
My family had a dog we had to get rid of.
I just like cats. Us too, actually.
It was a husky. His name was Samson, because he was basically blind. The vet said as such, like he could not see.
Biblically accurate animal names.
Which is a bit of a problem for huskies because they're very energetic and they like to go on super long runs and everything. This dog was nuts. If we open the front door, out the house it goes, down the street. It knocked over our metal gate one time. This husky just tackled it down.
Well, the thing about huskies is like that is a breed of dog that needs like a 3-hour walk a day.
Yeah.
And like, because Maisie's roommate has a Malamute, which is a similar breed. They're a bit like less social animals, but they still need like the same amount of exercise. And the roommate will wake up at 4 a.m. to walk the dog every day before going to like their morning shift.
Well, part of the problem with Samson was like the blind thing, so he would bump into stuff a lot when we took him on walks. Also hyper aggressive.
Well, that might be
that's
because
what
they're blind, right?
that
Or is that what you're
yeah.
saying?
Well, that's what led to him knocking down the gate. Was that a family was like walking their dogs outside,
Mm,
and he knocked down the gate to beef it out with their dog.
Jesus Christ. Yeah,
Woof.
I've never the most aggressive, and I say aggressive in like quotation marks here. Most aggressive pet I've ever had is my current cat Soba, and I am partially talking about her just because I want to talk about her because
Yeah,
I love her
yeah.
so much.
Sell out.
Um, but we adopted her back in August. Well, I adopted her, and my brother, who's my roommate, just kind of had to cope with it. And she's really she's a very funny cat, but she just likes to bite. I'm not sure if it's like a love language thing or she hates me, but I love her. Um, she's sitting right behind me right now. I don't know.
I think some cats are just like that.
Yeah, she likes to sit in the tub and
It
and
also. Do you think it
watch
might
the
have something to do with she was on the street before, or
No, okay, so we adopted her essentially like 3, maybe less weeks after she was born. Like she was really, really itty bitty when we first got her. Um,
Mhm.
and me and my brother are like the only two people she's ever known, and my brother doesn't super interact with her. And I treat my cat like a dog. So, which probably is not the greatest cat training technique, but that's what I do. But I don't know, she's just kind of a weirdo is the other thing too. Like she likes to sit in the bathtub and and like I'll turn on the water just a little bit and she'll be entertained for hours just sitting there swatting at the water while it falls down. Um
I was just curious because what is it? My mom and my brothers adopted a cat off the street, and he's a biter too.
would she but like she's like very gentle about everything. Like cuz she definitely swats and bites, but she never bites hard enough to break skin and she never swats with her claws out. So I think generally she's just being like playful but like gentle about it, which that's always nice. She's is when I worked at the animal shelter, there were definitely cats where they were like, "Hey, fucking come near me, see what happens." Right? You're gonna get clawed up, which happened to me a lot as a kid with ADHD and no sense of boundaries for animals. Have I told the story of how I got bit by a dog?
Mm-mm.
No.
But
I
I
was
would love.
like,
I was
yeah,
just gonna say I'd love to hear another animal anecdote.
yeah. Well, I was like 7, and we were just walking through the park, and uh, our like, oh god, give me a second. I completely forgot the story. Okay, I was like 7 and we were walking through the park and there was this lady walking her dogs and my dog was an older dog and so it was used to me as a kid like being energetic and touching it and stuff. And I just kind of assumed that all dogs were like that and so I run up to this strange dog and I throw my arms around its neck and yeah, not great. It immediately fucking bites me. I don't like. I'm not even upset about. I don't think like. I personally, as from my perspective, don't remember being upset about it, but I remember my mom was like freaking out.
Fair.
Yeah, but I don't think we pressed charges either because I think that was like 100% my fault.
Yeah,
Um,
I would hope you didn't press
Wait.
yeah,
You ran at a dog and grabbed it.
well, because sometimes it's a thing of like, well, if the dog, even in this situation, if the dog would bite someone, that's no good. Because my cousins have a dog named Zoe, and she was we were over at their house, and the dog bit me, and then my uncle was like, "All right, we're gonna call up the vet to get the dog put down."
What the hell?
Yeah, and I was like 14 at the time, so that was like a horrifying thought. I was like, "No, no, it's my fault. Please don't put down the dog."
Just how many dogs have you indirectly killed?
Hopefully 0, but like probably 1 minimum, right?
Uh,
I mean, if you think about it.
one time when
It
I was
Did Zoe
working,
get put down?
No, but if we're talking like true indirectness, like where I like the butterfly effect.
Like you sneezed and a dog died.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Oh my god. How many lives have I claimed?
You sneeze and it's like cut to Old Yeller.
Sorry, boy, he sneezed.
Sneeze into shotgun blast.
The pipeline.
It's the dog getting sent into space by the Russians.
Oh, that story's so sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, dog. Someone in 30, some random guy in 50 years is gonna sneeze, so we have to send you to space.
You gotta
No
go to
food,
space.
no water. Enjoy.
You'll figure it out. It's all Deuce's fault. You don't know who that is. He's not alive for another 40 or so years, but just know
The
it's his fault.
Soviets hate him.
The Soviets knew. That's what they were trying to prevent.
Listen, all I gotta say is that if I were alive back during the Cold War, I would have stopped it. So that's probably why they had to do it.
Yeah, that's what they were doing it for.
But stopped what, the launch or the Cold War?
The Cold War.
The launch. The Cold War's fine. Just spare the dog.
Honestly, if I could, I would. I would save that dog. It deserved
Not
better.
stop the Cold War.
I mean, if I could stop the Cold War at the same time, sure.
Okay,
But like,
as a history minor, what's so bad about the Cold War? You know,
the Berlin Wall,
The proxy wars.
Boo-hoo. Korea got split in half.
The
Vietnam.
Cuban Missile Crisis.
The Turkish Missile Crisis.
Okay, whatever. Okay, Cuban Missile Crisis. Nothing happened. Berlin Wall. Oh no, there's a wall. Oh geez, Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall. That's an epic quote.
Okay, and what about Vietnam?
In Korea.
World War II did it better.
What about the fact that we now live in a state of mutually assured destruction, and that's the only thing that's like preventing
Nuclear fallout, nuclear destruction. I mean, we were gonna have it anyway, right? So might as well get it out of the way. Like a Cold War. Cold Wars are awesome because it's like a real war, but
Pointless.
yeah, but instead technology.
I would argue that the Cold War was very damaging to U.S. like concepts of politics and society, because we've now been put in a position where we see communism and socialism as a bad thing that don't work,
bozo.
even though inherently a lot of like socialist and communist, well, not necessarily communist, but definitely a lot of socialist policies that could be implemented would make our country a better place, and we're not doing it based on fear of like an idea, right?
It also instilled a great deal of brain rot in modern people.
I
saw someone comparing the police fighting the rioters in France right now. They called that communist.
I saw a post that was a person that was at an arcade, and they took a picture of a little girl and was like, "Wish I could take it home right now."
What?
And that was followed up by the comment, "Socialists found this post, turning off replies."
Did you see the guy that threatens the mayor of wherever, but he said in Minecraft, but he got arrested anyway?
Yeah, that wasn't a mayor though. I thought it was like a police chief.
I don't fucking
shit.
yeah.
Yeah, it was a
chief.
police chief. It was like a 40-year-old dude that got arrested from his mom's basement.
I only know that he got arrested for saying in Minecraft. If he just did a regular threat, he would have been fine. The police chief has a hardcore world he doesn't want to lose. You can just shut that shit down.
It would be so much progress lost.
Yeah.
The equivalent of like
Bro, I have built one biome
of Alexandria.
I have built a biome for every animal, dude. You can't kill me. You know how hard it is to get that dolphin across the map?
Oh my God.
It's been a dream of mine to move a dolphin to my own Minecraft biome.
You have it fight a shark?
No, just to have in a little cage. Just to keep it in my closet, 1x2. And turtles. No, turtles are easy though, because you get the eggs.
No, because the turtles won't lay. Like, what is it? they won't like make eggs except for where they
In
were
sand. No,
born
you
or
just put it
some
in
shit.
sand. You just silk touch it and put it on sand.
The eggs? Oh
Yeah,
shit,
yeah,
that's right. I didn't think Silk Touch worked on this for some fucking reason.
How are you gonna get Captain Sparkles to fuck you if you don't even know how silk touch
God.
works?
Um,
You gotta study, dog.
Jordan's out there shaking his head
no,
right
no.
now.
I'll tell him
L.
that I'll tell him I was on a competitive
baiting.
Minecraft capture the flag team when I was a kid, and that'll really spark it between the two of us.
You know, I really missed out on Minecraft. I think I was like a year or two. I was like I'm like the worst age you could possibly be, I think.
I don't know what
Because
you're talking about, Sam. You're the same age as my brother, and he
Yeah.
was really into Minecraft.
Yeah, I was really into Minecraft. I'm just like, I was like too young to be a famous Minecraft streamer and content creator, and too old to be a professional Minecraft player.
Yeah, so now you're on a podcast that
Has 31 subscribers.
yeah, that reminds me. We're gonna be having a 15 subscriber special soon. Look out for it. We're gonna
Can't
be
believe
having
this.
one. We don't have the time for it. We don't have the time for it right now, but upcoming there's gonna be a 15 subscriber special. So
After that, the 25.
yeah, well, no, 20 and then 25. But we're working. We're cooking something up for the 15 subscriber special. You guys are really gonna like it.
You won't
but
wanna
it's
miss
just
this.
coming up. Yeah, you're not gonna want to miss it. It's just it's costing a bit more money than we thought it would, so it's gonna be delayed a little bit.
Speaking of cooking
Gotta
something
take a
up,
loan out.
speaking of cooking something up, we did leave last episode.
Oh god, fucking transition.
We did. What?
No.
Oh my god, the McDonald's transition.
Yeah.
Hey, we're talking. We all made
Bracket
McDonald's
fight.
brackets, and now we're gonna talk about them. Go ahead, Grimilla. You introduce the topic. You determine how the flow of this conversation goes.
Oh, that's a poor decision.
Why?
Yeah. So last episode, I brought up a brackets fights of just best McDonald's food menu items. I think we all took the time to do it, right, guys?
Mm-hmm.
I did my homework.
I would never just copy the one that I did earlier with Tommy.
Wait, where's mine?
I don't.
You put a reply to yours.
Yeah,
you didn't
I
just repost it.
Wait. Oh.
Anyways, my top is the fish fillet.
My top is the McDonald's Sprite.
My top is McDonald's French fries.
So, Carmilla, why are you a fucking weirdo, huh? What's your deal?
Fish fillet lost in round 1 to McChicken for me.
Yeah, to the fucking McChicken, you're like, oh yeah, let me get the fucking fish that they put a single slice of American cheese, and then
Tartar sauce.
Is it?
I think.
Honestly, filet of fish are pretty good, but they can't
I'm
beat a
pretty
McChicken.
sure it's tartar sauce.
They're not better than a McChicken.
They don't clear McChicken, and they definitely don't clear French fry.
No,
Yeah.
they clear both.
They're
easily.
fucking like every McChicken I have ever, or not McChicken, every fucking filet of fish I've ever had has been like the driest fish of my life.
Maybe you're just not getting good fish.
Dude doesn't get good fish.
Oh my god.
Maybe the McDonald's here out in Cali have like the premier filet.
They're on the coast. It's true. Jeez, you are far away from any major ports.
Well, not that far, just a couple hour drive. But
you
fair
think
enough.
they're gonna ship?
Carmilla lives in a desert.
Yeah, the fish grow there.
I actually do live just like I think 30 minutes from the high desert. But I also live like 2 hours from the ocean, so honestly the desert part isn't that bad.
Yeah, so we are equidistant then.
Okay, nerd. You could just say same distance.
That's what I did say. In fact, I said it with less words than you.
Yeah, but your words you used sounded dumb.
Yeah, but do you have the funny boardwalk from GTA?
No, we don't have the boardwalk from GTA.
Well, we do, so.
Well, we have the largest airport in the world and the largest aquarium tank in the world.
No, it's like the second
the
or
world
third
of
largest.
Coke. Is it? I thought it was
Yeah.
the largest.
That's sorry, buddy.
Maybe
I think
it's
the
like a
largest
new
is in
thing.
Japan or China.
Hold on. I don't know if it's not the largest aquarium, but I thought it was the largest aquarium tank.
No, I still think the one in
Can't
Japan
believe
is
you're
bigger.
bragging about big airport.
Yeah, what are you, Texas?
Yeah, I am gonna brag about Big Airport. We also have the world of Coca-Cola. I love capitalism. I love Coca-Cola. I love Nestle. They're all such great companies. Please sponsor us.
Yeah, well, guess what? I'm slapping down my Disneyland dick. We
Uh,
have that. We have that and knots.
You mean your
Both.
Disney dick?
And Six Flags.
We also have Six
Wow,
Flags.
you have Six Flags? Wow, Carmelo, California is so cool. And you
No
have,
way,
you have
Six
second
Flags?
Disneyland? Wow. You have the worst of the two Disneys in the
Yeah,
United States?
I don't think that there is anything to brag about for Disneyland, if I'm gonna be honest.
You're bragging about Coke World.
Yeah, and you know, I'm bragging ironically about Coke World, first of all, and second of all, World of Coke sucks. World of Coke is not a fun experience unless you're not the one paying for it. If you're not paying for World of Coke, then it's kind of funny to get to taste all the sodas.
The sodas are pretty good.
Yeah, we got a really cool civil rights museum, if I'm gonna be honest. I really like our civil rights museum.
Have you guys ever been to those like pop-up attractions that are just like Instagram traps where it's like Candy World and it's like you like walk through and it's just a bunch of like photo op spots?
No, but I wanted to. There was one for Alice in Wonderland in
Mhm.
Atlanta a while back, and I was gonna go to it, and then I looked at the pictures of it online, and I realized, oh, this is
Yeah.
garbage.
No, they're garbage. Last one I went to, I think, actually was Candy World, and they had a giant pit of I don't remember, but it was like squishy balls, and you could just bury yourself in it. And this was before COVID, so it was okay because sickness didn't exist before
Yeah, you like
2020.
burying yourself in balls, Sam.
Yeah, it was awesome. I think I have a picture of myself buried in balls somewhere. I gotta find it. I think it was like the little like snowball like things that you used in like elementary school. Remember those? Did you guys have that where they were like soft white, like big cotton balls that you could like throw at each other? I mean, I guess they weren't primarily for throwing at each other, but I don't know. It was like
the dryer balls?
no, not like I mean, I don't know. I don't know what
Do you
they're
know
called.
what? Okay, well, let me show you what a dryer ball looks like.
Just a
Like-
dryer ball. No. Like that size, but like they were like fluffy.
I have no idea what you're
I
talking
don't know.
about.
I have no idea either. Anyway, you guys are both inferior to the tourist traps that New York has, so
Yeah, your entire state's a tourist trap.
Yeah. Yep. You guys have dudes, I know you've been to the city, right? New York City.
Oh, forever ago. I remember the main thing I remember about New York City was jumping on the beds in the hotel room we
glad
stayed
it
in.
left an impact on you.
Well, we went to because we went to what's that park, the big one.
Central Park?
Yeah, we went to Central Park. Don't laugh at me. Don't fucking laugh at me.
You
Okay.
couldn't remember Central Park.
Okay,
I
well,
couldn't remember it either, to be fair. And
Yeah, he lives there, and you were the one that answered.
The
So.
first set piece in hit movie Madagascar?
you know,
Okay.
I've never actually been to Central
It's
Park.
not the first set piece. The zoo is the first set piece.
Where's the
Regardless,
zoo?
is the zoo in Central Park?
Yes.
What?
That's called the Central Park Zoo.
Okay, well, anyways, there was a Magic Treehouse book that was about unicorns. Hold on, let me look it up. But anyways, there was a tapestry in like the book that they were like, oh, it's at Central Park if you go and look, and then that's what I remember going and doing and seeing the unicorn
Well, anyway,
in Central Park.
the city is very funny because it's awesome how much
Blizzard
you
of the Blue Moon.
it's a lot of fun how much you get solicited by random people when you go to the city. I can't imagine like living in the city or working in the city because just the constant harassment from people on the street would send me over the edge. I'm not gonna lie. I'd snap. I'd push someone into traffic.
Yeah, I fully had my headphones unplugged on accident because it's that thing where so I have no idea if I was super rude and like interrupted someone there.
Classic.
No, it was fine.
Yeah.
I can only say that I half understand because I've been into LA
I'm sure it's the
Specifically,
same.
I was in Hollywood. Specifically, I was in Hollywood.
Yeah, I'm sure that's the same.
I went. My dad took me to the Egyptian, and yeah, there were just people soliciting shit all over the place. Person yelling on every street corner about how God has abandoned us.
Oh, I love when one time some guy came up to me and was like, "Do you, God, Jesus Christ is the savior?" And I was like, "God's not real."
Oh, some dude tried to kidnap me when I was a kid.
Nice.
Yeah, because we were.
Because you were an atheist.
No, we were. Well, he was one of those types, right? Is why I'm remembering this story. But it was like me and some of my cousins and my brother, and we were walking through Little 5 Points, which is like, if you don't know where that is, it's like on the edge of the city. So like, kind of urban, kind of not. There.
Wait, what is a 5 point a thing?
Little 5 Points is the name of the, because it's where 5 roads meet, is why it's called that. So it's Little 5 Points. And then 5 Points is a train station where 5 trains meet. And so Little 5 Points is outside of Atlanta, 5 Points is inside Atlanta. I see. And we were like going to a Zesta. Do you know what a Zesta is? Is that like that might be a Georgia only chain. It's like an ice cream shop that also makes food that you don't get because you go there for the ice cream, kind of like Dairy Queen but better.
Like Friendlies.
Yeah, sure. I don't know what that is, but sure. And it was nighttime and we were walking past and we were waiting at a street corner and there was this guy who was just like standing around, and then we went to cross the street and he grabbed me and pulled me away from my cousins. And they like grabbed me back, but I remember it really freaked me out as a kid. Kind of now still, honestly.
Yeah, I'm definitely thankful I've never been kidnapped.
You want to try? You want to experience it?
Not really. I'm kind of good. I feel like I'm too old to get kidnapped now. Like it would be more traumatic. I've passed the age where it would be less traumatic.
In hindsight, I'm amazed I wasn't.
Yeah, honestly, I definitely feel that a little bit. I never really went outside, but when I did, it was, well, when I was in high school, I did a lot of soliciting after, like, when it was pitch black out in, like, areas you probably shouldn't have been, so it definitely could have gotten kidnapped or murdered, I'm sure of it.
My problem is when I was a lot younger, like elementary school, I was a runner. Like, as in I would run away from my mom.
Oh, okay.
Like at because we lived in an apartment complex, and one of my friends would go to there.
Risk.
Like, yeah, one of my friends would go to like the apartment complex, like babysitting after school at a certain time because his mom wasn't home. And I'm like, I want to go hang out. And my mom's like, no, you. That's for one. You have to pay for that. Two, like I'm here, like to watch you. You're fine. And I got really upset and ran. And my apartment complex was like attached to all these little parks, and I just kept running. Thankfully, the people that found me, like who stopped like on the street, and because they're like, "Why is this kid running here?" Were actually students of my mom's, and so she came running up after them. I also just what is it? I didn't go home after band in 5th grade. I would just go to shops.
I remember like the experience of telling my parents, "Oh, I'm gonna run away from home," and then them just not giving a shit because they knew I would come back eventually.
I would do that. I would tell my parents, or when I would get mad, I'd be like, "I'm running away from home," and then I would sneak out the back door and sit on my front lawn, and then cry because they never came to find me, but they thought I was kidding and wasn't actually running away. So I would come back like even more distraught, like, "I ran away. You didn't even care to come find me," and they were like, "What?"
My mom came after me. I did it. I like grabbed a banana. I grabbed my favorite blanket, put them in a backpack, and I went out to like the play set like in the apartment complex, and made a little like just sat down in like the top level of it, and was like, "Here's my life now.
I'm gonna be a boxcar child." You ever read those books? I realized that because they're pretty old. I realized that reference might miss, but it's
it was
like
familiar.
It's like a kid's book about a bunch of kids who ran away from home and lived in a boxcar. And I always thought it was really cool. And then my mom told me that I wasn't ever allowed to read those books because I think like my grand uncle actually just did that. And she was like, "You're prone to doing it. I don't want you getting any
You got the
ideas."
boxcar in your blood.
Everyone I know, you would do it. So no.
Honestly, no, because the thing is that I would.
Yeah.
Like right now, if I could just leave all my problems behind and go live in a
Yeah.
boxcar, fuck yes.
Oh my god, me
I don't
too.
think now's a good time. So many trains like collapsing off the railways.
We have a really good rail system here in Georgia. I don't know about your garbage state.
Yeah, it depends on where it goes.
Everywhere here we have good train lines.
So I used to take the train to and from work, and one time I got on the train and it was a different train than normal. Like it wasn't the normal like car. It was like an old one, and it was so scary. It was like a Connecticut train instead of a New York train, and I've never been more terrified on a train. I don't know. It just gave off like murder energy. It's like it was a ghost train. Like it was just gonna disappear or die or crash or something. It was so scary because we have like nice trains, I think, by me, and this one was an old, not nice train.
I wish there were more trains around here. We rode, my mom and my brothers, we rode one into LA one time to go to like a little like Hispanic street that my mom really enjoys. Just like the vibe of like there are a lot of artists there, there are a lot of people playing music, like a whole row of people selling stuff. And it was honestly super depressing how empty the trains were. Like both in and out of there, they were just completely empty, and it's like, why is no one riding these? This was so much quicker than driving here.
Yeah, trains are underrated for sure. Cars are overrated, that's for sure. Also,
not in Atlanta. Tons of people take the train. So,
by me we have there. Well, they actually recently opened another train line, but if you want to go into the city, there's no express train. You have to get on the train and then sit through every local stop. So instead of like it taking like half an hour, it takes like an hour and a half, and it's just it's so bad. The train by me is so bad. When I was upstate at school, it was better, but man, it's rough down here.
have you ever been on like Amtrak?
No, but I love
Like,
trains. I love public transportation, honestly.
Yeah, I got to for Obama's inauguration. I got to take Amtrak when my parents were like, "We're gonna go to his inauguration speech," and we took Amtrak up there. Fucking one of the coolest experiences of my life. I love trains.
That's what we went on to get into LA, Amtrak, California.
I want to like do a cross country Amtrak, and then I looked it up, and it's like, yeah, it's $1,000, and it's like, well, maybe not.
Yeah, trains are expensive. I mean, comparably, not really. Like, I don't know.
I mean, you say cross country there and back.
Yeah, there and back.
That's about how much a flight is, if not a little cheaper.
I guess it depends what you fly, but yeah.
Well,
I know. I was thinking Delta's more expensive. Is my main thought.
Well, no, like I will say, I try to find the best deals I can when I'm flying. Usually, round trips are about 1,000 from where I live to New York or Pennsylvania. We need more trains. Trains are cool.
Yeah. Hey, Elon Musk, where's the fucking bullet train, dickhead?
He's too busy putting extra lanes underneath
Las Vegas.
Underneath Las Vegas, and he's trying it in LA, the city in the world, or city in Cali at least.
Yeah, I don't get it. Why don't we just simply add more lanes?
It definitely helps. There have not been multiple studies showing that it
does nothing.
Leaves traffic equally congested because people are then like, oh, there's a new lane, so I can drive now.
Yeah, public transportation.
Did you guys see the Saturn ad that was like bouncing around Twitter for a bit?
No, I don't really go on Twitter. Now they're just dudes.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah.
It was like it was an old ad from Saturn.
The
car
planet?
company.
Oh.
that was supposed to be like, oh, look, these are like, we don't care about the cars, we care about the people in the cars. And so what it was is instead of cars on the road, they were showing the people that were in the cars, like walking on the road and doing the motions of the cars. And it like perfectly showed how much wasted room cars are.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Because you would see how far separated the people are from each other.
Yeah, and they have that like with buses and trains also, right? There's like I've definitely seen an image like that where it shows
the infographic that like shows how many people would fit in the train compared to a car in the same area. Yeah.
And like bikes and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely all for living more like planet friendly, but it's hard to like commit to big changes because as much as I would love to not have a car, if I didn't have a car, I would never be able to get anywhere by me. It's like a 10-minute car ride to even just get out of the suburbs where I live.
Cities aren't designed to be walkable.
Yeah, right.
Anymore.
And that's part of the problem is that our infrastructure is not sustainably built in a way that, because fucking cars ruined everything, and the car companies paid off the government to. I'm conspiracy theorying now.
Yeah, I don't think I know a lot about like. I don't think that one's
true. I think you can make mild gestures like that or mild statements, and they're somewhere in there is like truth about it.
I blame the cars.
I mean, the truth of it is that the government has like subsidized
government's failed
gas guzzling vehicles that have like caused there to be massive environmental damage and delayed the development of more sustainable fuel sources. Like the government subsidizing, and I understand coal mining as a profession. It's like sometimes that's all the work you can do, and it's what you need to do to live. But coal mining, not great, and it's very much the government subsidizes that.
Yeah, you can't judge the people who are caught up in the system, but the people who make the system itself.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, liberals.
What do you mean liberals? What are you fucking?
You just want to you just like throwing that word out.
Yeah,
it's a buzzword. How am I gonna get views if I don't say liberals every 2 minutes?
Based cringe liberals.
Yeah. Cringe liberals and their liberal practices. What do you want women to have rights?
Agenda.
You want women to have rights now? What is this?
Hey. Come on.
Have you heard about
Well, you're one of the good ones. You don't want women to have rights.
The governor in like Nebraska or something that's essentially holding up their entire Congress because they're trying to push an anti-trans bill at what a queen. Just fucking just like, I'm not gonna pass this bill, so we're not gonna do anything.
Yeah, I'm gonna filibuster here as long as I goddamn need to.
Yeah.
Till this shit's gone because it's stupid. So
Yeah, a little too political of a thought.
Well, I'm trans, so I keep up with all of it.
Yeah.
It's just so much.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just not gonna get into it. Anyways, guys, fish fillet is awesome.
No, they
are. We got totally sidetracked, huh?
but they're not. But like,
wait, is that how this happened? Your fish fillet got real political.
Yeah.
Segues on top of segues on top of segues.
Oh my
Stream
God.
of consciousness, unlike any other.
Carmelo, your segment on McDonald's is too powerful. We got into politics and trains.
Okay, but like fish fillet is like
inherently political.
If you make a fish fillet, one, yes, it is inherently political, and acting like it isn't, you're just being a dickhead.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say it. Second of all, it's fish fillet. The only flavor you're getting is from the breading and the sauce and the cheese. If you slapped that breading on like tofu and you cook the tofu the exact same, you would not be able to tell the difference.
Maybe to your unrefined palate.
Oh yeah, little miss fucking, I'm gonna put so much spicy stuff on this food that I can't taste it anymore.
Speaking of atomic wings, easy.
Yeah, well, what about the like plutonium or
the mercury and retrograde? The meltdown ones were just sweet.
Oh.
Like I think I said that earlier on in the other recording. Like the meltdown ones were fine. Oh. The atomic ones like got to me a little when they got like super saucy, but they were fine.
Can I make a call out post really quickly to
Sure.
like a channel so substantially larger than ours that hopefully they never find out about
This
it?
is how we're gonna do it. We're just gonna add people until they respond to us.
Got the hot one sells hot ones wings like garlic something
Mhm.
spice, and I bought them because I was like, oh, I've seen people on the show get their wings and they're always like, oh, these wings are really good, so surely it must be high quality. I got it, fucking nasty chicken nuggets that they put in there, and the sauce was disgusting.
Wait, was this
Like,
from a ghost kitchen? Like, did you
no,
order
it
it through
was
DoorDash?
no. It's like it is a product that they sell.
Oh, well, like refrigerated?
Yeah.
Well, obviously it's gonna be shit.
No, okay, but it's not. You can do frozen nuggets well.
Yeah.
Right?
Do you even own an air fryer?
Yes, I do own an air fryer.
Clearly, you don't own an air fryer.
You know I own an air fryer. Regardless, it's like they're fucking foul, man. The sauce tasted like it had gone bad.
Yeah, hot sauce is hard if it's not fresh, I think.
I don't think that's the case. Like, I can get my fucking Tapatio that's been in the fridge for like 4 months, and
I
that
don't
shit's
know.
still good.
Maybe it was just genuinely something with your shipment. Personally, I would have like not used their like frozen nuggets. I would have made my own like.
Yeah, I'm a hot ones
chicken.
apologist, honestly.
Okay,
I wanted to try some of their sauces for a long time.
I'm sorry for fucking expecting them to make a product and have the product be good. That's on me, I guess. Sorry, hot ones. I take back the call out post. Guess you can do whatever the fuck you want and peddle whatever bullshit you feel.
I just
They
like
had
Sean
Idris Elba
Evans.
on their show.
What's his name? Sean
Evans, I
It
think.
is Sean
Yeah.
Evans, yeah. Okay. I'm bad with names, so I was pretty confident. I was thinking of Captain America and not the host of Hot Ones.
No, that's Chris
Steve
Evans.
Rogers.
Okay, what? All right, well. Huh.
He's him.
Yeah, the
Chris
real
Evans is the
Chris
Human
Evans?
Torch.
Yeah, Chris Evans is an
No.
actor, dudes.
The Human Torch is the guy from what's it called?
Yeah, sick callback. Sick
Knives
reference.
Out. Thanks. Yeah, the cat bit my arm when I was talking, so I kind of lost my train
Wait,
of
what
thought.
guy from Knives Out?
The bad guy.
oh.
Yeah.
I see. I got lost in the circle.
Yeah, you look real stupid now, don't you, you clod?
What's his name? Ransom.
Mm-hmm. Ransom, is that you?
I tried to watch that movie with my girlfriend, and she was lost within the first minute.
Ow.
She couldn't remember who was who. Because it does throw a lot of people at you, but I'm also like, why are you lost?
Carmela, I say this with all the love in the world. Your girlfriend is so stupid sometimes.
Oh, you better cut that. She'll get mad.
She'll get mad. Hey, Melody, how are you? I hope
Melody,
you're
maybe
doing
you shouldn't
well.
be so dumb next time.
Yeah, maybe if
She
you...
watches every episode all the way through.
Uh-oh. Hey, Melody.
Melody, maybe if you seasoned your food. Sorry.
Oh, man.
Yeah, no. Melody is genuinely like one of the nicest people I've ever met.
I don't know
so...
Melody well enough to talk shit about her.
Mm.
I'm just talking shit about her because it's funny.
Yeah, it's funny.
What shit did you say?
I don't know. I called her stupid or something.
Yeah,
Can I just mention, dudes, how I just copy what you say and it gets me in trouble on like a weekly basis?
Yes, it's like the charisma check and you're failing it.
So you say some goofy ass shit and then I say it in a more serious tone because it's like, yeah, it's funny because you said something horribly offensive, but you said it in your silly haha voice, and so I say it in a big real man voice, and then everyone's like, oh, I can't believe you said that, and I'm like,
damn.
I'm like, I don't know, it doesn't even process, it just happens. I'm like a parrot.
Dude,
Yeah.
like, women shouldn't have rights.
I do say stuff like that, and then I don't get in trouble for it.
Sam follows it up with women shouldn't have rights. You're right.
Bro, you're so right, dog. Dab me up.
Bro,
Because
good
you need
point.
to do it in a goblin voice.
Women shouldn't have rights.
Just say it like a Hearthstone card would.
Mind if I hate women?
uh, um,
Hearthstone cards, man. Hearthstone cards do it right.
yeah, I'm.
Go
glad
on.
I was gonna say I'm glad I don't have a significant other that can be made fun of on this podcast.
Mind
Unless
if
you count
I
Tommy, but
roll women?
that would be mean to make fun of Tommy because he's just a little guy.
Tommy.
I love the dichotomy constantly of like, if you're above 6 foot, you're a giant, but you're also a little guy.
Okay, but
Tommy is just a
Tommy's-
little guy.
I don't know how to explain this in a way that doesn't come across as mean, but Tommy's built like a cardboard cutout.
Man, if only Tommy were on the podcast to defend himself. Oh well.
Yeah, if only. But
Against
like
the allegations.
again,
Yeah. I am not a cardboard cutout. I'm a real person.
like he's tall, but like I could break him over my knee.
Uh-huh. What would you do?
Yeah.
Would you break Tommy over your knee if you had the chance?
I have had the opportunity of multiple times.
Oh, and you just haven't?
Yeah.
Oh, that's disappointing.
Why?
I don't
Do you
know.
want Tommy dead?
No, I want him broken. I want
Like
him
the
broken so he's chained to his seat and forced to play Hearthstone all day.
Maybe a little Marvel Snap though, right?
Yeah, just a little bit of Marvel Snap here and there. Mostly Hearthstone there.
Mm-hmm. Man.
Hey guys, can I get your thought on something real fast?
Sure.
Sure.
We're wrapping up.
What do
No.
you think of
Pack
this
up,
theme of
everyone. Put your
video?
chairs up. It's time to go home. Wait, can you comment on my religious wife funny cards first?
What?
Scroll up from
Oh,
Carlos.
the religious wife funny. I don't under. What does this mean?
It's like when you go to a card store and you're buying a card for your wife. There's two
Oh,
types of
I
You
wives.
see.
you pull out the cards. One is making fun of women.
And
The other's making fun of women.
yeah, one of them is wife bad. The other one's, hey wife, you're bad.
I
don't
would
know.
swap them.
Yeah, honestly, you probably wouldn't be able to tell the difference.
So the fact that you're an immigrant speaks volumes.
Anyways, what do you guys think of political Minecraft parkour?
Why? This is a 3-minute long video. I'm not
Yeah, I'm
watching
not
this.
watching this.
You don't have
Yeah.
to watch it all the way through. I'm saying that theme of video where it's on TikTok, where it's politics overlapped with like the people cutting apart the Play-Doh or the Minecraft parkour.
I saw one of those today that was Neil deGrasse Tyson explaining to Ben Shapiro why trans people are trans and deserves just as many rights as everybody else.
Based.
No. Which kind of like
Let's go.
So since I clicked
Neil.
on the thing, now this political audio is gonna be in the podcast forever.
oh really?
Yeah. Is
Your
that
volume's up. Oops.
yeah.
I didn't watch it all the way through, so maybe don't condone it or do condone it.
I'm
Depending on what it is.
I don't know how audible it's gonna be because I kind of just watched the first 5 seconds, then paused it because I was like, I don't want to watch this, and then it just occurred to me after I hit play and pause again that the audio is gonna be looped in with you guys speaking because of the way that we do things, which is the ghetto way.
Because we record on Discord instead of recording individual audio. Because
It's easier this way.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyway,
Mhm.
bye.